All right, this is Sargoth back. We had a bit of a slightest of breaks before we got into the barrages, and here we are now with Mike Hulscher and Chris Clark. The first map Mushroom Cup, Mario Circuit 1, went to Mike, I believe. And Clark's on the offensive on Donald Plains 1. We'll see if there's any relevant comeback mechanic or if it's going to be decided by solid driving. Mike Hulscher, the much more recent or even current SMK player, but Chris Clark is so good at like Mushroom Cup and just staying solid. It's just ingrained in his DNA by this point. So far he's in first with Hulscher trailing in second with some pretty good star driving. That's a really well executed star. As I say that, it goes south. But as the star ends, your turning sort of changes. But it worked out. It worked out slightly. Still second place for Mike. Nothing really gone wrong for Chris here. So he's just gonna play keep away with a red in first. There we go. Insurance has been unlocked. All right, 4.5 second difference, so Clark was never too worried, except for a small crash in lap 4, but hey. That was safe enough, and we're going towards GV1, which is one of the tracks I don't like at all, but it so much more often than not turns out being interesting. Probably because any mistake is 5 seconds lost, so things can change so many times. Even if this is a very plain track compared to like BC3, stuff often happens here because people are more comfortable and take a bit more risk, I guess. Okay, that red is going to do bits. He's going to get hit by that tile unless he turns all the way around by hopping. And used the mushroom to get back up to speed, so a little bit less time lost than he would otherwise have had to. Still on the chase. I mean, my favorite item here is a mushroom, but it doesn't do that much. It's a 1.5 seconds or maybe a bit more. Feather it's a second compared to not doing the platform jump, but then again, you can do it without a feather. Oh, forgoes it. Okay. Mike with the red in first, commanding lead. No time left for Clark to catch up. And gets it. So yeah, I announced this as a non-boring track. Well, there was one interaction in lap 2 where Clark got hit by a red and turned around into the most awkward angle deep inside a tile, so if he had any more forward momentum he would fall off. Probably, so he had to turn around slowly, and that was it. That was the match. Everything else was just solid driving. So on BC1, there is just one big item, and that's the feather, which is quite doable on Grand Prix. And you also have to avoid thwomps and lava, but there are less thwomps here than match race and time trial, so it's not as big of a deal at all. And you jump the yellow bars to save some extra time. It's risky to an extent, but again, in 150cc, it's less risky. Here's the feather, here's the setup, the long boost, the cornering, the whip, pew,
got and the landing.
And the landing, sticks the landing.
Hello.
Smooth. All right, we're transitioning back into Gooms. I'm just been informed. All right, so this match is tied up so far. No, it can't be. It's a 3-point advantage for Mike.
Okay.
So Clark really wants this, and he's given one final chance, and he takes it.
Went for it.
Green is no good. Okay, he can outrun him if he really pushes. Mike can outrun this.
Oh.
Oh wow. Oh wow. We got a last corner game. Oh. Clark can't be happy about that, but he was
No.
feeling some pressure.
I tuned in at just the right time.
It wasn't bad before you were here. I mean, the match was just as good.
I tuned in too late. It's my
There we go.
new statement.
Okay. That's a good match.
Yeah, it seems like it.
You got 6
the
points to catch
deck.
up, but MC2 is a fun troll track.
I'm just waiting for the moment I see an actual troll happen today, because you know you keep hearing about the elusive troll.
Yeah.
But it is
yeah.
actually rare to properly see it.
It is.
I think I saw like maybe once last year, maybe twice.
It's gonna be. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But you mention it every time, like, oh, you can troll, but like it rarely happens. It's so
my,
hard.
It's my favorite thing. It's like
It
when,
is, but
when
like
I'm
it is-
watching. When I'm watching.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, here we go. Sarkov is indeed going for it.
Yeah, he's trying, and he got what he came for to some extent. And
Oh.
but not quite. So now this is catch up city. I don't know what he's gonna do now.
Or
Eighth,
Mayo.
lightning. Lightning is good here.
Oh, Koopa. You had to do it.
Get the lightning.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Right before the mushroom.
he actually needs it, but if he gets it, there's like a fighting chance. But he has to get it soon.
I mean,
Like now. Fifth
Now.
lap is not enough.
what are we doing?
Getting eighth first or seventh too.
Oh,
But it's the same chance from fifth.
yeah, let's start. He's just going to park the car in front, I guess.
I guess so. I like the attempt.
Yeah.
So this is trolling, but it just didn't pay off. Do
Yeah.
you then consider it not having seen trolling?
Successful trolling was
Okay.
what I was aiming at.
Was it uttered though?
Hmm?
Was it uttered? Did you
Yes,
Oh,
I think
okay.
I
Alright.
think I said that.
All right.
I think that's part of the equation. But you do see some trolling, at least. But it's hardly trolling; it's more desperation at that point. Like it's trolling if you
It's
if
a
you succeed.
thin line. It's a very thin line.
Yes.
I don't think Gio's gonna disappoint us when it gets down to it. So yeah, on case we forgot to mention, Mike Hulscher took this in the end.